Good morning, student. In the previous video of Introduction to Chemistry, we have learnt about what is science. We have also learnt that how the science is categorized in the different branches, that is physics, chemistry and biology. After that, little bit we have started that what is chemistry and how it is being used in our life, right? So we have learnt about three things: what is science, how the science has been categorized, and what is chemistry. I have given this as a homework also, and I have told you to write it down in your chemistry copy. Okay, so from the same chapter, Introduction to Chemistry, this is the second video, part 2 video, right? And in this video we have to learn all these things, the topic which I have written here in the short, like development of chemistry, then what is alchemy we will learn, then what is the aim of alchemy we will learn, then we will learn many more things. So let's start. So first of all, what we have to learn, we have learnt about what is chemistry. So let me recap what is chemistry, what we have learnt in chemistry. If we are going to describe it in very broad form, it will take so much of time. We cannot define the chemistry in one line or one sentence. But then, according to the class 6 standard, what we have learnt, what the chemistry is, it is a science. Chemistry is a science that deal with the study of substances, compositions, its property, and what will happen when the other thing will come in contact with one particular substance. Okay, so this is a chemistry. So now we have to move about how the development of chemistry have taken place. So actually, student, if you hear it very in a proper form, it's not very difficult. It's like a story that I am going to say you. Please listen it carefully, and I hope that you will understand it very well. So what happened in the early age? There is one name called alchemy. I hope you must have heard. If not heard, then I'll tell you what is alchemy. Actually, what the alchemy is, what few people say that they means everybody like you, me, and all the peoples don't want to die at early age. Even they don't want to die, right? So alchemy is few peoples. Alchemy, what is that? Alchemy is few peoples who has practiced something, who is doing practice over something, who is searching over something. Now, what they are searching? What they are trying to search? They are trying to search, you can say, a medicine that which you will take, you will live forever. You will never die. Right? So we can say, what is that? Alchemy is few people who practiced, who want to search a medicine, who want to search you can say something drink, which will make them live forever. That is the aim of the alchemy. But tell me, student, do you think that it is actually possible? Yes? Is it possible? Is it possible that who has taken birth will never die? No, it is not possible. It is not possible. Who has taken birth, obviously one day they have to die. But what we can do from our end is, we can improve our life. We can improve our life. Whatever life we live, we should live it happily. Right? So, do you think if that is true that who has taken birth will die, do you think that what is the aim of alchemy? They succeeded? Yes or no? Obviously no. They did not succeeded. They did not succeeded. But their trial of immortality. What is immortal? Living or lasting forever. This is the meaning of immortal. You can write it down. Okay. So, they could not succeed in making the medicine that they did not succeed in the making a medicine which will make you live forever. But in the search, they have given us lot of role. So we can say in short, alchemy played a major role in the development of chemistry. Please write it down in your chemistry notebook. I don't have the book, so I am not able to show you with underline, but I am writing down the main points. You have also to note it down these things. Okay. So, what is the role of alchemy? Alchemy played a major role in the development of chemistry. Now, this thing you have to learn. Jabir ibn Hayyan. Jabir ibn Hayyan is the father of early chemistry. He is known as the father of early chemistry. Okay. And before we should move ahead, let me tell you about something more about the alchemy. That their expectation is, their trial is over what? That they focus on the purification of the body. Obviously, as I told you, that they did not succeed. They have also claimed that they have developed a stone, which stone is known as Philosopher's Stone. Which stone is known as Philosopher's Stone. And they have also said to the world that that stone will convert iron piece into gold, or any metal, not only iron, any metal into gold. That was the claim of alchemy. Actually, we know that these are not the possibility. We cannot convert iron into gold, silver into gold. We cannot convert any metal into gold. But in a search of anything, obviously we have devoted our time very, very much. We have given our time very, very much. We means alchemy. Alchemy has given their timing very, very much. So they came up with lot of new things which helped us in in the starting of chemistry. So that is here the development of chemistry started, which is our topic of today, that development of chemistry. So alchemy has played a major role in the development of chemistry. Okay, then next point is, okay, so that is the early chemistry, that is known as early chemistry. Okay, but you can also say in 17th century we saw the modern chemistry glimpses. What we are learning today is the modern chemistry. Okay, so what we are learning today is modern chemistry. It's from the 17th century only we started have a glimpses of the modern chemistry. Okay, so once again I have written this for you. So how the science has been categorized? The science has been categorized in the physics, in the chemistry, in the biology. Okay, and now since we are focusing over the chemistry, so let's see, I have written here, you can note it down. The science is categorized into chemistry. The chemistry is categorized the chemistry has been came out from or developed from, you can say, developed on the basis of alchemy. What the alchemy has given to us, what the alchemy was trying to do. Did they really succeed? They did not succeed. Obviously, I told you that they did not succeed in making their life living forever. Neither they succeeded to make any metal or convert any metal into gold. But we have learned a lot things. We have got a lot things from the alchemy. So we can say that development of, this is the story. This is actually a story of how the chemistry has been developed, and what we are learning today is known as the modern chemistry. Okay, student. So next we are going to study about the chemist. Now you must be saying, ma'am, I don't know the chemist. What is the meaning of chemist? Tell me. So students, I am ready with my answer. I hope you are understanding because I am going very slow. Okay, so actually what is chemist? Can I answer you what is chemist? Are you ready? Yes. So chemist again is a person. Chemist is a person who studies, conduct chemical research. That person is known as chemist. A person who studies chemical research is called chemist. Once again I am repeating. Person who study chemical. From these words only you will able to recognize chemical research. A person who studies and conducts, who study also and conduct also. What? Chemical research is chemist. Okay, so lot of chemists came in our modern chemistry. Lot of chemists comes in our modern chemistry. Many famous chemists were there. Actually, many chemists were there. But in the classics, we have to learn about these chemists. So Robert Boyle, Anthony Lavoisier, John Dalton, Sir Humphrey Davy, then Johannes Jacob Berzelius, then Dmitri Mendeleev, then Marie Curie. So in your book also it's given very short, and I am making more short than what is given in your book. So let's move. Let's have a glimpse over it once. what Robert Boyle has done, then Antony Lavoisier, then John Dalton, then Sir Humphrey Davy, then John Jacob Berzelius, then Dmitri Mendeleev, then Marie Curie. Okay, so let's read, let's actually understand one by one the few things about Robert Boyle. It's given in your book, so whatever I am saying, you try to understand it and you can go through from your book also. Okay.